Right, well, this is going to be fun. I sound like the love child of Barry White and James Earl Jones. Oh, God, let's go Hollywood. Welcome to Masters of None. Coming up on tonight's show, in a world where people edit videos, we discuss how we make videos for YouTube. For Realsies this time. We talked a lot last time. We're going to talk a lot more, but actually about the subject that we have built. Also, coming up, we'll have our picks of the week. Possibly. So welcome to episode 18, How We Make YouTube Videos. For Realsies this time. This week's episode is brought to you in part by Lemsip, the blackcurrant flavor. No one likes that honey and lemon garbage. Cavonia cough syrup, Fisherman's Friend, miles and miles of toilet paper resulting in a nose like Rudolph, and the fact that we're paying for a StreamYard and have already missed a week. Welcome back.
Somebody forgot to add us back in, didn't they? After the intro, when you pressed. How are you, mate?
Not well, am I, mate?
Oh, you know what?
What?
My auto cue thing ain't working.
Oh, never mind. Chris had set up.
You explain. I'm just going to make it work.
Chris has set up his iPad to go through his teleprompter, and he's screened up and made me big, so he's looking through a teleprompter at the camera, so he can keep eye focus on the camera and be talking to me, who's here. However, right now, all I'm doing is talking to I will mute and remove. I'm talking to his hand, which is sadly out of focus. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the hiatus. Am I here now? Am I in front of you?
Yeah.
Massive.
Good, isn't it?
Sorry about the hiatus. We had illness last week, illness this week, but obviously I'm here. But
you're much more committed than me.
Well, there was a slight difference in illness, really, wasn't there? In fact, actually, hold on. Do we have? Oh, we actually have some footage, some BTS from you from last week. Why you didn't make it?
I didn't know about that. That's not fair. That is true, but not fair. Cheeky sod.
I've been planning to do that since last week.
Well, very funny.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel fine. Yeah. How are you feeling?
Well, you're on the beer, and I'm currently on the ginger beer.
Very good. Yeah.
As supplied by my mother. Thank you, Mummy. I had a Red Cross parcel today.
Yeah, from your mum.
I can see it on your face. You gutted because your iPad's crashed again, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. I'll try and make it work. It was a long shot that it was going to work. It just keeps saying something went wrong. Should we stop fannying around? I do appreciate how both of our set. We haven't mentioned how beautiful my set looks. Mate, it's different.
Chris has put a lot of work into a second angle in his shed because he's working on a new series, which I'm very interested and very excited about.
I'm very excited about it too.
And I don't think anyone would appreciate just how much time not only you have spent doing that, but me over 200 miles away, 400 miles away. I'm a long way away. I have been involved in a new angle.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's hard work.
A bit, right a bit, up a bit. Yeah. It looks good though.
Yeah.
Good. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just reading your text.
Oh. Yeah, that was just me saying keep an eye on comments because I didn't want you to see in the brand when I'd uploaded that other video. Anyway, it's non void now. Right.
Oh, fair enough.
Welcome back.
Should we address some comments?
Yeah, go for it.
I assume he's talking something football-y.
Yeah.
Next comment.
Champions League, isn't it?
Is it? I'm sorry, I don't even know what that is. I've heard about it before, but I wouldn't know.
Paying for StreamYard, but missing a week. That's absolutely right. 808. You know, doing that 808. Can you feel that BAS? Please tell me that is a bass cab reference. 808. Oh no, actually, it might be a like 313 with D12. Anyway, yeah. So we don't want to miss out because we are now paying for live stream. If anyone does actually want to do the kind of thing that we do and they're looking for a decent live streaming setup, link in the possibly in the description. We've got a link somewhere.
There's not
Click
a link
it.
in the video description, I don't think.
We need to
There
start
should be.
putting that link in. We really do.
Yeah, we do.
So we make YouTube videos.
I'm gonna you talk about what we're gonna do.
So yeah, last time I'll mute you as well. Last time we did this, we started talking about how we make YouTube videos, and that's what we wanted to discuss. And we did discuss it, but we really deep dove probably into everything. He's doing the iPad again. Seriously, look at you. Remove that again. We went a lot into the background of why we make YouTube videos rather than how we make YouTube videos. And while that wasn't necessarily the topic that we had billed, it was quite something that we found interesting. And in all honesty, that's the main driver for these streams is, you know, us and why we make the YouTube videos. So I don't think it was a wasted. What?
I think it was one of my favorite streams we've done, the last one, and I'm really glad that like we went down that route because we kind of had a rough idea of what we were going to talk about, and then it all went to pot. But
yeah,
we had really good fun, and it went back to how our chats used to be. It was talking about what is the motivation behind us making YouTube videos, which I think that's quite interesting.
Absolutely. So what we finally got around to in like the last 10 minutes was kind of like the workflow and how we make our videos. And we kind of started to touch on it, but we kind of throttled back a little bit because we thought this is going to have to be a completely different episode. But early on into me discussing this, you said, oh, I make videos completely different.
Yeah.
Work-wise to you.
Yeah.
I try and work on efficiency, but I know you work on efficiency to a great, like to the nth degree. Yeah. So I'm interested as to how you make YouTube videos as well, because I'd love to know your steps.
Yeah. Okay. Where are we going to start? We should start right at the beginning, shouldn't we?
Hold on a minute. Hello, Duck.
All right, mate.
Yes. Yes,
we are at the minute. You wait. We'll be talking about wine or something in a bit.
Oh, I missed out on a virtual wine tasting last Friday. My wife and my anniversary. 9 years married.
Congratulations. Let's crack on then.
Brilliant. So glad Emma doesn't watch this. Okay, so go ahead. Do you want to take lead?
Yeah, I'm going to ask you where you start. Tell me, I know you're struggling with your throat, so if I'm making you talk too much, let me know. But how does a YouTube video come into your head? I'm going to go completely off topic again straight away. Where is the first point that you think I make a YouTube video about that?
Well, it depends the type of video, whether it's been.
Give us an example. Give us an example of. Give us your pizza oven.
Example. Oh, pizza oven. I reached out to them to Char Outdoors. If you haven't seen my pizza oven video, I still love it, and I don't think it's got. You said so. I can quote you. Chris doesn't think it's got the views it deserves, and I don't think it has either.
It should have 1 million.
If for nothing else, it really took a lot of time. So first and foremost, either a company will reach out to me, or I'll reach out to a company and say, are you looking for reviews? Are you looking for promo? A lot of companies use review videos as promotion these days, especially products that a company are confident of. So that's how I start generally. It's working out what the video is about, because on the flip side, there's tutorial videos, there's how-to videos, which generally do better. We touched on this last time, but they generally do better because people will search on YouTube for questions because, of course, it's powered by Google. And if it's that kind of video, it's purely along the lines of, is this something I knew before? I've worked it out. How do I now present that?
Yeah.
Like I did one to resize music in Premiere without having to cut and do all that kind of stuff. Taking
Which
out.
you stole from Peter McKinnon. Yeah.
I absolutely did, but it was at least 2 years later, so it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. Cool. So say when you reach out to a company, is it a company that you've seen the product being advertised and you're like, oh, I'd like to try that. I could make a good YouTube video about that. I need to put a lot of effort into it because don't take this the wrong way, but your pizza video, it just looked head and shoulders above other content on your channel. It looked like you had put so much effort into it and you'd thought about it and planned it down to the last aspect, every aspect. It just looked really, it looked shit hot. I'm going to say it, shit hot. There you go. Monetization gone. Don't care. Sorry. Apologies. I need to emphasize my point with swearing. It's the way I get
right at the beginning. I used copyrighted footage, so I mean it's absolutely fine.
Right, good, fair enough. Fuck it. Now, for me, it looked like you'd put a lot of effort into that video, and I want to know why, and then I want you to tell me how you made it. Okay, start off. Like, what's your first point?
Okay, so the reason why I think it was head and shoulders above a lot of other videos I've made, especially recently, it's not because of what's riding on it. It's not because I've approached them. I think it comes down to a passion for the product. You and I both know the amount of guff that we get sent and the amount of guff that even more guff that we get emails from companies saying, will you review this product? And you just think, oh, and you just think, no, because it doesn't excite me. Sometimes it does kind of. So you think, yeah, okay, send it to me. But with the pizza oven, it was something that really excited me. And before I even reached out to them, I knew the kind of footage I wanted to get, the B-roll that I wanted to get, and the kind of the story that I could tell. So, in all honesty, I went into pre-production with that way before knowing how good the product was. It's almost like you're putting in this work mentally, and you just think, I really hope that it's a good product, because if it's not, I'm not going to lie to someone and say, yeah, it's absolutely cracking, go and get it, and it's falling apart. Do you know what I mean? So you don't want to get to the point where your efforts have wasted because actually it's a potato. So I think that's why that video was there, because the actual product allowed for it to be to that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. You were excited about it and you wanted to do it justice, basically.
Yeah.
So with me, I always struggle with this. I don't know where, like, people quite often like to see an unboxing, don't they? They like to see you get it out of the box. They like to see you play around with it. And I like to test a product before I make a video about it.
Right.
Like, so what am I trying to say? Did you try it out before you made the video, or did you start making the video whilst trying it out? Because
the second, yeah.
The second one. So when did you write the script? After or before you had your first pizza?
This is how I work. And I guess this is my secret sauce with regards to that and how I work, because I make no bones about it nowadays. Not that I tried to hide it, but I script all of my videos. I use teleprompter. So I have A roll and B roll, but my A roll is literally pretty much completely separated from anything else, because my A-roll is my script that I'm doing the talking head, and that is always scripted right at the end. I've already
Right at
got
the end.
Yeah, right at the end. So I go through it because I find if I'm trying to plan it out, I don't want to script something and record it when I've kind of just done a little bit and okay, I want to say that, and then get to the end and go, oh, right, I've done that. I've then shot all the B-roll, and while I'm shooting the B-roll or testing it, I think, oh, I should have mentioned that, and then we go for I've got to do a drop in or something. So with regard to am I okay to load this up because it's not
Crack on.
it's not had many views, so I'm assuming that most people haven't actually seen it. But let me it's that one. AdSense. Thanks very much. Can you just deal with a couple of comments while I'm
Yeah. This one. There goes monetization, all 9p worth after YouTube latest lowering of payouts.
As always.
Yeah. We're not gonna make I think the most I've made off of one of these streams is 11p. So 11p an hour. Rolling in it. Thanks, Dan. Also, if you haven't seen Dan's latest video, you need to go and watch it. And Adam, if you haven't seen Dan's latest video, you need to go and watch it. Dr. Nerd on YouTube.
Dr. Nerd.
He shows us around his studio, and I've never seen a more tiny space, and the content that he puts out of it is just amazing.
Really?
He basically films in a corridor. It's unbelievable. You would not believe when you watch his videos. You would not believe the space that he films them in. It's very, very good.
It's great, isn't it? The amount I'm definitely going to go and watch that. I'm a little bit busy right now, but I absolutely
maybe
will.
At the end of the stream we'll pull it up and we'll have a look together because that would be fun.
Cracking, yeah, absolutely. So this is the bit to Cam, which was filmed at the end. Okay, so if I just mute him, and that's just my quick intro.
That will be Char Outdoors.
See, I don't know. I'm not normally this deep. So I go straight into the intro, boom, out. And this is still all my talking head. However, little bit of screen grab. And then I go into this.
Steel manufacturing, everything is designed and built in Wiltshire. Their aim is to become carbon neutral within the next 2 to 3 years.
Now, I knew I had a load of B-roll because this was actually shot, again, ahead of time. So I knew I could cover what I wanted to say without people getting bored.
Now, what we have here is the #1
2-cam A7 III and the A6300 match up very nicely.
Bundle pack and the utility table. Of course, you don't necessarily need a utility table, but if you're getting serious about this outdoor...
The thing is, the utility table took that was magic. It's magic. It's magic. I thought, you know what? I've done it. I'm just going to put it in. I got so much footage of me putting up this utility table, and it wasn't usable at all. So I quickly kind of got through and got you know what I mean?
You need
a little bit and then got through it. However, once I was doing this, and I will come back to address this, but once I got through to this and I got the actual big guy out, I realized that that's still on the A7 III, which is front and center, but I had to reposition the A6300 to the other side because then I wanted to get that shot. So
that's your face. Oh, there we go. It took a while to show up. Yeah.
So it kind of looks, if you've been watching this, that's there. That's the A6300. But the way I edited it,
this needs to be spun around before placing inside the oven.
Because I cut there and then brought it back, moved the camera.
As you can see through here.
And then that's me talking. Oh, I haven't even touched on that. So what I've done is I've actually talked all the way through this as well.
To be sustainably sourced right here in the UK. So there are holes here at the front.
So my workflow for that is the fact that all I've done is I've done an unboxing, but on a greater scale because there's a load of boxes here. And I've just thought, right, just speak concisely, because I'm not very good at kind of off the cuff anymore to camera because I'm used to scripting. And I just thought, do you know what? Just be as concise as you can and just say stuff, but say stuff as if you're leading on from something that has already been said. And that's all I did all the way through that. And then that allowed me to then take that all into Prem with all the B-roll from the cooking and put that all in and then start writing my script and think, right, okay, that's when I do that. That's when I bring that in. That's when I bring that in. And there's a bit where I go back and forth with myself in there. And that works because I'm able to script it at the end and know how that conversation is going to go. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Has that answered your question?
Yeah, I think it has.
Sorry, I talk a lot.
No, it's fine. It's really interesting because I always, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Makes me think I'm doing it wrong.
But there's no right answer here, though, is there? I mean, your Moser, your Moser Air 2 video. I'd say for me, that's one of your prettiest looking videos of late.
Yeah, it is good looking, but is it informative? That's what I always wonder. Like, I think I'm pretty good at shooting B-roll, but I don't think I'm as good as you are at getting the message across that I'm trying to say. But the Moser, actually, I did play with it a load before I made the video because I wanted to know what was good about it. Nice to know you paid attention. I wanted to know what was
just keeps on dimming.
What was good about it, what I didn't like about it before I made the video. But a lot of times I might have already written the script and I'll go back and edit the script. Do you know what I mean? Like the biggest hurdle for me making a YouTube video is writing the script because I now use an auto cue as well. And it's lovely when it works. I hate it when I don't have the motivation to sit down and write because I'm not a big writer.
Right.
But that's what slows me down in the process is writing the script. So I put it off and I put it off and I put it off. Whereas you're going out and playing with stuff, making fun content and then coming back to the boring bit after. Maybe it's not boring for you, but I like you are, in my opinion, coming back to the boring bit. And then the boring bit, I guess, is much easier to write because you've had that experience with that piece of technology.
It's precisely it, though, isn't it? Because you want your thoughts, your feelings, what you want to say about this to be as accurate and as reflective of the product as they can be. So what my argument is how can you write the script before you fully tested the product? And you can write it cracking, but you said I've written the script, but have you filmed it? Have you shot it?
No.
Right.
So I will go back afterwards and edit the script if I think that way. But quite often I get things wrong. It really bugs me when I get something wrong.
What do you mean you get it wrong?
Let me get a prop.
I love props. I really love props. By the way, one thing that I absolutely loved about this review is the B-roll. So we made loads and loads of I'm muting you, loads and loads of footage on the build up to this with making the tomato sauce and all that. I've got you muted, by the way, sorry. And we never ended up using it, but I had to put it in purely because, oh look, there's an advert to StreamYard. You should use it. Sorry, Chris.
All right. Microphone, Murphat, little podcast microphone that I got sent.
They said they were going to send me that, and they never did. Is it any good?
Yeah, it's fine.
Brilliant. That's an informed review right there.
I haven't written the script, so I haven't got anything to say. If you want to know about it, go and watch the video. It's really good, actually. I'm going to show you because it's worth showing you. Right. This is a massive box, right, for a microphone.
Yeah, it is. I hate that phone.
That's the size of the microphone. Like, it is absolutely diddy.
No.
And it's got inbuilt noise cancellation. And if you are speaking with it right there, it's
Yeah.
actually pretty good. It's
Okay.
not bad at all. The problem I have with it, the problem that I ran into was I complained about that on my video, the fact that you couldn't turn it off. And there was nothing on the website to say that you could turn it off. There was nothing online anywhere because it was a new product. I played with it loads. I quite liked it as a microphone. And then last week, someone commented on the YouTube video saying you can turn off noise cancellation if you press the button 3 times. It's like, oh, wish I'd have just known that, because it would have made it a really good microphone instead of just something average.
Did you reach out to Murphac at the time?
Yes, actually. I didn't think I did, but I did. No, they didn't. They said they were going to talk to their engineers about it, but the video needed to be released in a week.
See, this is the problem as well. Even if you haven't got a deadline with a video, if it's something that's been sent to you and it's like, okay, get the review out whenever you can, or it's something that you're doing off your own bat, you want all the details right there and then, because you want to be able to do it. You're in the mindset, you're in the setup to do it. So you need all the information. If you come across a question that you need answering, you need that question answered quickly. That was the beauty with Char Outdoors. Ben, one of the directors, I have him on WhatsApp. Xiaomi, I have the main marketing manager on WhatsApp as well, just purely for that reason, that if I needed a question answered quickly. And this kind of goes out to companies, although I can't imagine any company watching this, but you need to be on hand. And if you need to either give us all the information you think we'll need, or be ready to answer those questions and come back to us really quickly.
Yeah.
Because I feel for you for that, because
I get usually like 9 times out of 10, I'll get something wrong in a video. Quite often. I'm quite good at it.
So with regards to cycling back to the Moser, because actually the Moser video, the Air 2 video that you made, I found that really interesting, and the amount of stuff that you discussed. Yeah, I do think it was informative. When I said it was the prettiest one, that wasn't to take anything away from the actual content of it. So how did you make that? Was that what process did you follow to make that?
I unboxed it off camera. It arrived and I was like, I want to play with this. Is it any good? I actually sent you some unboxing videos, didn't I? Yeah.
Did. Which never made the cut.
They didn't make the cut. No, they were awful, but they were just good fun. And then I balanced the camera on it, and the next day I went and shot with it. And I really enjoyed how it worked. And then I thought, I need to make this special. I need to make it look special. I need to put a lot of time and effort into the B-roll of this product because it looks awesome. God, that looks terrible. Why does that look so bad? God. Anyway, yeah, it's a very nice gimbal. And I went out and I used it a lot. And then I came in and I try and make a YouTube video in a day. If it takes me any longer than a day, then I get frustrated and bored with it. That's why this series I'm working on at the minute is out of the norm, because it's 13 odd episodes long and I'm going to try and film it all in one go.
I've never known you to take so long on a video.
I know. It's been 10 days since my last upload and I'm panicking. That. Yeah, but it's relatively simple. There's nothing that special about that B-roll. It just popped with that gimbal.
Just look at that though. It's just pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. What lens are you shooting that with?
No idea. It's probably, actually, I know that if you go back to that shot where you said, look at that. No, next one back. Next one back. Go back again. That one. So I'm actually shooting that. Well, I'll tell you first and then I'll go back. I'm shooting that on an 85mm from the very back of the shed, shooting this way. So I'm right back here, shooting this way.
And what
And
did you zoom in and come out in post?
Yeah, it's all shot in 4K, upload it in HD, and it gives me the flexibility to move around a lot.
I love that.
God, I really am happy that I've got RGB in the background because that really bugs me now.
It really does. It's honestly, it's head and shoulders above. Was that the 85 mil? Is that the Viltrox 85?
Yeah, 85 1.8. That's what that's filmed on. I would imagine I'm a bit. It's either going to be the 80. That'll be on the 85 Viltrox, or it'll be on this, which is a 50 millimeter. Doesn't even say 50 millimeter 2.5 macro lens from Canon. It's a very sexy little lens. It's very cheap lens, but I use it for a lot of my macro stuff.
Is that manual?
Yeah, I mean, if you had the right adapter, it would be autofocus, but I've used it to absolute death. I just use a manual adapter, and if you make me full screen again, I can do it. You see, let me put that in front of my face. Can you see that little like circuitry on the inside? Yeah. That's where the AF/MF switch used to be. But it just works. It's a really good macro lens, and they're really cheap.
What happened?
Fell off.
Brilliant.
I just used it so much that it fell off.
Brilliant. I mean, I love this shot as well. I really like this because the amount of case shots where you just literally just do an overhead. This almost like it's like an over the shoulder. Obviously, it's not over the shoulder, but offset to one side. Is that because you couldn't be bothered chucking it up on the rig, or was that intended?
Yeah, it's because of that. You know what? The main reason I do things like I have a very good overhead rig. I have two very good overhead rigs. And do you ever notice that I never use them?
I have noticed in the past because I remember how excited you got when I showed you how I did my overhead rig, and you went, "Oh, I'm nicking that."
I did nick it. I've got it over here. It's still there. It's still ready to go if I ever need it.
But you've used it once and never.
Yeah. Are you gonna sneeze?
Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, but why? Is it just because you can't be bothered chucking a camera up there?
No, it's because I hate my fingernails.
What's wrong with your fingernails?
They're awful because I bite them. But I don't want them in. Someone emailed me when I first started my YouTube channel and I did an overhead rig. Someone emailed me about how bad my fingernails were, and this is how to make them better. And I was like, oh, Jesus, I can't put my fingernails in shot anymore. So if you ever notice, my fingernails are never in shot in any of my videos. If you find a fingernail in shot, I'd be very impressed because they're never in there.
What gives people, seriously, and I know we put ourselves out there to doing our videos, but really what gives people the right to just, it frustrates. I've had so many comments on Painter, on my main Painter video, and it's so frustrating because you think you've gone out of your way to just have a go at me. You've gone out of your way to just insult me, and it just that just really frustrates me. That quite often comments like that make me just think, oh, I can't be bothered making a video about that. I'm going to get more negative comments than not. The amount of videos that I've shelved purely because of that.
I love a video that gets negative comments. I don't like a video where I'm wrong about something and it gets negative comments. But one of my favorite videos is just all negative comments, but it's because it's my opinion about something.
Is this Synology?
Yeah. I love that video because I love the hate. I don't know why. I just love it. And the funny thing is that video is my second best earning video because people keep commenting nasty things to me. So I'll haul myself out. I don't mind.
The video. Go on.
It's my opinion. It's not fact. It's my opinion about that company.
You say that you get really annoyed when you've done something wrong. You got something wrong in a video. My most viewed video that we saw the other week on the stream. Sorry. I'm sorry for those of you just joined us. I'm dying. My one that has had so many views. Actually, I get so many comments saying, "Will it work with this phone? Will it work with this phone?" And because I say it works with an Android phone, and at the time I didn't know that you needed MHL compatibility, so many people are saying it's not working with my phone because they didn't state it in the video. And have I changed the title? No, because it's kept me so many views. So yeah. I get that.
No, I like it.
Very good.
Should we
Yeah,
jump
go on.
back to some comments? We've
Yeah,
got
go for
we've got quite a lot. Oh God, we're going right back to pizza. Oh well, let's go right back to here. I'm actually scripting my own How I Make Vids episode right now. I would love
nice.
to see that. That's
Yeah,
really cool. I just want to watch it. I want to
There's
know how
there's
other
no
people do it.
exactly. There's no right or wrong way to do it. And actually, okay, you could argue that there's a more efficient way to do it than other ways, but I think that efficiency depends on the way that you edit and the way in which you want to make that video and the way in which that video narrates. You know what I mean? Like the narrative of the video. So I think it's great to see more and more ways of making videos because you can get something from everyone, really, can't you?
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk about efficiency after we've gone through these comments.
All right.
Because I want to talk about that because that is something I'm passionate about.
You are.
We got James Watts. Evening, gents. Love
Evening, James.
Hello, James.
Videos.
It's almost like Adam wrote the script about the footage he had rather than filming stuff to accompany a nebulous idea. Seemed to take a lot of the plank page feat out of the equation.
Matt, has AI written that comment for you?
He's just far too intelligent for us.
Yeah, that a lot of that's gone over my head. I'm sorry, Matt.
Yeah, but I think what you're getting at is you've filmed all the B-roll and all the usage of it, and then you've written the script to the B-roll.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. What I said earlier, I write the script right at the end, knowing what footage I have. That's not to say, Chris, that I don't get in there, write the script and think, oh, it would have been good to have a little bit of that B-roll. So quite often I will not break down my B-roll rig until I've written the script, just in case there's another little bit that I want to get.
So just on the subject of this, I think this is where I fall down, because a lot of my videos are me giving people advice. Like the series that I'm working on at the moment is me just talking from my experience. It's not me reviewing a product, or I don't have very much B-roll to show.
Right.
I've only got stuff that comes out of my head and down onto the page. Yeah. That's where I fall down. I think product reviews are relatively easy.
Yeah, because I mean, there's always other angles, other bits that you can get for the B-roll. But that's why I said to you that you might want to animate in lists and text and stuff like that. That might help just for the on-screen learning. I know that helps with me, and I know that, you know, just a talking head, although can be giving absolute salient pieces of information, absolute cracking piece of information.
Really boring.
You need something else on screen. You just do.
Yeah, I agree. That B-roll is absolutely gorgeous. That's about your pizza oven.
Are you sure? I think it might have been about your Moser.
I'm pretty sure it's about your pizza oven.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, Matthew.
Actually, I'll take that as well. So whoever it was about, don't tell us. We'll just both assume it was about us.
Yeah, let's just both take it.
I've emailed Murphat last week. Silence from then so far. Yep. I'm full screen now. Dan, message me, mate. I can introduce you to someone, hopefully. Oh, she's left. You're silent. Yeah, there we go.
Right. I had to blow my nose.
That's fine. Yeah, I will try and give you an introduction to Murphat. I gave Adam an introduction to Murphat, so see how we get on. What?
NP10.
NP10. Beautiful microphone. I wish I was using the NP10. I miss it.
What are you using now? Are you using the Rode?
I think so.
I can hear me back, by the way.
Yeah, it's because my speakers are so far away and they're loud. And I'm using the Rode, not the MP10.
Oh, you should have your Britney Spears.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that, but I'm not going to. Okay. Sorry, I meant rather than trying to script a nebulous. That still doesn't help me. Thanks anyway, Matt, for clarifying. That's an embarrassing amount of packaging.
Yeah, I think that's.
I agree, but it did come with a what's it called?
Angle poise.
One of them. So
that's why I said yes. Send me one because I need an angle poise for a camera.
Yeah, I got one up there. that box. In terms of making mistakes, Chris, if you make a mistake, something you didn't cover, you could do a follow-up video based on those missed parts. Yeah, I mean that does work, and it's a way to make I made the video I made that went really well, and was the video of how to use a Sony camera as a webcam. I missed out loads of stuff in that video. I missed out the fact that you can't use the A6000 series camera. You can't use the A6100 series camera. You have to have the right USB cable in order for it to work. There's another one. How would you use that in Zoom? Like, how would you take this feed that I'm using now and put that into Zoom using the method that I showed? And I did make 2 follow-up videos, which were very good. They did very well because I placed them at the end of that video, and a lot of people have seen them.
Have you carded them in the middle of it as well?
Yeah. So they I have done that.
Good.
But where was I going? But product reviews, people will not watch a follow-up video of a product review.
No, quite rarely.
So that's the tricky
Good point,
one.
though.
Yeah. I wish YouTube would add a simple amendments feature in the studio. Yeah.
Do you know
I don't know what that's regarding, but I agree.
Yeah, for the changes, and I completely agree. I would love for YouTube to allow you to re-upload to the same URL like Vimeo does.
Yeah, I would as well.
I don't know if there's something with regards to that, like if you get loads of views on something, then just switch it to something else. I don't know if that goes against their policy or something, but I would really love to be able to re-upload to the same URL and just overwrite a video.
Yeah, I agree. It would be amazing, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. We've got so many comments. I think we're going to struggle getting through them, which is a first, but let's keep the power through. New series, looking forward to it.
It'll be good.
Shall I tell them what it is, or shall I not bother?
Oh well, you could give the faithful if you wanted to.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you know, like they're here watching. You could give them the little sneak peek. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean a sneak peek? I haven't filmed anything.
No, but you're talking about it. You could tell them.
Tell them it's cool. It's going to be called the ultimate guide to shooting your first wedding video, and it's at the moment it's 12 episodes long, which are going to be released once a week at 6 p.m. on a Monday. It might grow. It might be more than 12 episodes. It was 21 episodes originally, and then I got really bored writing the script. So it's now gone down to 12, and then it might go back up again. So yeah, look forward to that if you're interested in it.
May I ask, is there any particular inspiration to you making this series?
Yeah, Adam wants to get into wedding videos, so I thought I'd help him. And then I thought other people might want that help. So
Adam has been convinced by Chris to get into it. If you watched if you watched our stream when we were both here and Chris wasn't mic'd, it was a beautiful stream. That night, Chris had 5 gins in one glass for me and convinced me that I should consider doing weddings. So yeah, as you were. Yes, an amendment feature would be wonderful. It would.
There we go. I kind of get that. I have a scar on my left thumb. I wouldn't worry about a scar, mate. When you've got nails like me, it looks like I've been attacked by a tiger. I have a random question. Do you keep all your footage in storage archive in case you ever need it again, or do you just store high quality render? Tell us, Adam. What do? You tell us. I'm going to go for a wee.
I have a love-hate relationship with storage to the point where I want to get a NAS drive now. And I not just for my YouTube, but for my media production company, because right now my YouTube footage loses out because I can't keep it. I just don't. I shoot in 4K, output generally in 1080, sometimes in 4K, and the footage just gets stupid. So I don't even keep the high quality renders anymore. I keep until I can't keep anymore and I have to make room. And then I just delete everything. But I normally keep for about 12 months, just so I can jump back in if I need to reference something like Painter. Painter have I did a Painter review about 9 months ago. In fact, I'm supposed to be somewhere tomorrow, and I'm not going to be there, and I'm gutted because they're launching Painter 2. And I was hoping to be there, but I can't because I'm not well. But I've still got all that footage from 9 months ago, so I can use that for the review of the new one, if and when I ever get that. But generally, I can't keep my footage for longer than a year, just because it takes up a lot of space. Whereas Chris, welcome back. Hope you washed your hands. Chris has pretty much. I think you have everything, don't you?
Yeah, I've got everything back to my second wedding I ever shot.
Wow.
I've never deleted. Why? Never know when you might need it. Basically, I mean, I've got it all stored on external drives. I've got nearly 100 terabytes of external drives. I've got a 12 terabyte drive in my computer, which is my main working drive. And then that all gets backed up to Google Drive, which I have an unlimited subscription, which I pay. I think I pay £95 a month for it, which is a lot of money, but it is amazing what it can do.
But so keeping all that footage, is that in case you need some of it for promo in the future, or is it in case a bride comes to you having lost it 2 years ago and you can charge the living hell out of them to get a re-edit?
No, I don't know. I don't like deleting things. I've gone out of my way to go and film that. I've been paid for it. I don't want to delete it. And I have been stung in the past where I've gone back and not had. I'll tell you a story. I filmed a video for Chris Buck. If you don't know who he is, you should know him because he comes up on every bloody stream. I filmed a video for him, and we filmed in an old abandoned church by his house, and it was a really long shoot. We were there all night, just me and him, filming this video. And then I got home, edited it all together, and his guitar wasn't plugged in. So we went back and we did it again. About 2 weeks later, we went back and did it again. And this was to go on a DVD that he was making. And we filmed it all again. And some kids came in halfway through the night and went up into the bell tower and got drunk and were chucking rocks off at passing cars. And
standard
got it home. So he plugged his guitar in that time. It was essentially exactly the same video. Plugged his guitar in that time, and we edited it together. It looked amazing. I uploaded it to Google, to Dropbox. He then, I thought, downloaded it to his computer to go on the DVD. I then cleared it off my Dropbox, deleted all the footage, and about 3 months later, he messaged me and said, "Have you got the final video for that shoot?" And I was like, "Yeah, I sent it to you." And he was like, "I never downloaded it." And I was like, "Oh God, we haven't got the original render. We haven't got it, and it's to go on a DVD. It's going to be pretty good quality on DVD." And I was gutted.
What did you do?
We downloaded it off of YouTube because it was on YouTube for me to show him. So we downloaded a render of it, but it was rubbish
because it would be with the YouTube compression. That's so frustrating, especially after shooting it a second time.
Yeah. So ever since that moment, I've never deleted anything. And I can't now. I couldn't go back and delete wedding footage. God, I couldn't do it. So it lives with me. There we go. Answer that question.
Wow.
George Morey, trying to think of what I can say that is negative. I'm too well versed in positive reinforcement. Thanks, George. George is lovely. George, I told you about this. I said my old tutor was coming to teach me about sound. A while ago. Last year sometime. That's George.
Yeah, is it? Oh, really?
Yeah, lovely chap. Really
No, I
nice.
remember. Sorry, I didn't realize you were talking to me because you were looking at your monitor. But yeah,
Sorry, I'm looking at you over here because my iPad's given up again.
Yeah. I remember. He came around and started playing with all the. Do you get bass traps in there in the end?
No, we didn't. We played around for about 3 hours trying to figure out why every mic we plugged into my camera sounded awful, and then realized that I hadn't plugged the lead into the camera.
Brilliant.
Remember, no one ever gets insulting YouTube comments from other content creators. It's only from those who don't contribute to anything themselves.
Funny that, because
Oh,
actually, yeah, that's a really, really good point. Really, really, ding, ding, ding. Because quite often, if someone comments, I will quickly jump over to their channel and see what they're doing. And more often than not, it's either zero or something that was up 8 years ago about a bee on a step or something. So yeah,
100%. Couldn't agree more, Dr. Nerd.
Full conversations these.
I'm just here because I can't be bothered to go and do my own work, and you two are actually quite entertaining. That's about as negative as I get online. Thanks, George. Appreciate that. Where are you? It seems like I have an aneurysm. Sorry. Blank page fear. Right, we're going to crack through these, putting together videos. I write the script first. Shoot, but I would imagine with James, I'll read the comment. Shoot to the camera pieces first, then cut back to the work to work out the shots I needed. Make a shot list and leave placeholders on the timeline. I imagine with James, though, he has had these products for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely learned every single thing there is to know about that product. So
he's already drawn his own conclusions about it anyway. Yeah. He doesn't have to develop that. Yeah. I would imagine so.
Which is probably the best way of doing it, because using it in a professional environment a lot means you will know its pitfalls and you'll know its attributes. Attributes is a good thing. Bad? Yeah. We'll go with that. Sweet. Chris, you are a tease. I've told you now. I've told you what it is. Years back, YouTube let music companies upload their HD remasters of old SD music videos without losing the URL, so it must be possible.
Yeah, that's a good point. That yes, I remember reading something about that a while back. Yeah. So I'd say about that. It must be in it.
Fuck. He's talking about my 100 terabytes of space. I think that's what he's on about.
It is quite a lot.
Completely with you, Chris. Keeping everything. You never know when a client might actually ask for the damn stuff. I think I told you about the story of the. Oh, I can't really. I can though, can I? I could say it.
What?
So we had we've shot a whole group of friends' weddings. We've shot like 3 or 4, 5 or 6, maybe 5 or 6 of friendship groups' weddings, and then one of the friendship group's members died after we'd shot all these. Have I not told you this, Adam?
Yeah.
I thought I told you this really recently. Maybe I was telling somebody else.
Were they as equally good looking?
Yeah, they were lovely. Like, we like all of them. They're the guys we went to Malta with. Every wedding seems to be bigger and better than the last one, and they are such a good group of people. So there was a husband and wife and their little girl, I think, and the husband was killed in a car crash. And one of the friends at the wedding came back to us and said, "Have you got any footage of these two people looking happy and enjoying themselves?" And Anya actually went back through every single wedding we shot, every clip that we had, and found all the clips of those two having fun. And we wouldn't have been able to do that if we got rid of all the footage.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's had like 3,000 views, this little video that Anya put together for them, and it's stunning. Every time I watch it, it makes me cry. It's beautiful. So yeah, that's the reason we don't. That's another reason we don't get rid of anything.
Yeah.
To bring things. Is that you can read this? Go.
Why? Because it's another sub for you. Like, it needs them. Bring things full circle. I'm here and subscribed now because of your work with Chris Book. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Richard.
I'm glad that Chris. I think Chris Book is linking to you at the bottom of the videos now, isn't he? Because Chris Watkins, the guy right there, his work with Chris Book and Cardinal Black is just it's just stunning.
I've got something to tell you about this after the stream ends, Adam.
All right.
By the way,
all right.
Exciting. So remind me to tell you about that. I'm surprised.
I'm in with the in crowd.
Yeah, everyone else might find out shortly. So, because there might not be a couple of streams for a couple of weeks in December. So, yeah. And Dr. Nerd, you're here for the same reason. There we go. Wow, that took a long time to get through this comments. It's like the end of the stream.
Do you need a second shooter in December by any chance?
Might do. Yeah.
I don't know if you can afford me, to be fair. So,
yeah, I don't know whether I want you.
I've got the Tamron 2875 now, so I mean everything's going to be absolutely epic when I shoot. Speaking of lenses, by the way, I was sent this by Viltrox. I'm on the 33mm 1.4.
Well, I'm on a 30mm 1.42.
Yeah, good. I'm just trying to get this over so they can wait for the review for a little bit longer.
Good. yeah, it's good. Isn't it? Does everyone like this new setup? By the way, I'm only going to use this every now and again, but it's here permanently, and I really like it. I mean,
I like it.
Yeah, for maybe unboxing. If I unbox stuff, it would be like this now, which I really like. And I'm going to use it for the new series, which I think is going to be out or next Monday. Next Monday will be the first episode. Yeah. Thanks, Matt.
Likes it.
Yeah. And if I say Alexa red, Alexa red.
That's really good, that.
Not red.
Nice. But you've still got the park hand giving you pink above you.
I quite like it.
It's a nice clash, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, and I'm going to set up a load of different scenes, so different videos have different lighting setups. Liking the setup very much. Did the HDMI? No.
What? No. What was the problem, Chris?
Right, so I was trying to run. So, let's touch on efficiency. We're going to run over a little bit, but we're going to touch on efficiency. So I have my usual camera set up over there, which runs directly. Well, it goes into a HDMI splitter, and then from that splitter, it goes into my PC, into a capture card, which is 4K. And I really like how that works because I can literally press record on my computer, and it records 4K directly to my PC. So as soon as I sit down, press record, I've got the footage on my PC. I don't have to worry about fuck off. I don't have to worry about copying the footage over, which takes time and it's annoying. I don't like it. Right. Okay, we're back to that. So what I've got a HDMI splitter by my computer, and I wanted to run this camera from here around the shed to that HDMI splitter, so I could essentially change between cameras, still going into the single capture card
input. And
every time the next problem I have is that the autofocus on the A6400 only works with a HDMI out if you record to that device. So if I haven't got an SD card in the camera, it'll only record to the capture card. And when I was plugging this camera in, it would only allow me to record to the SD card, not to the capture card. That was a long explanation. Jesus.
Yeah, it was a bit.
But it wasn't working.
And what was the problem?
The problem was that the splitter was rubbish. So I bought several HDMI leads on James's recommendation. Well, James said I should get a fiber optic one. And I looked for a 3-meter fiber optic cable, and they don't make them. So I was thinking it can't be that issue. It has to be something else. So I literally ripped my whole setup apart, and I happened to have another HDMI splitter, and that one worked. Whew, tired. That was it. That was a lot of talking.
Took a while,
didn't it? Yeah, sorry.
It took a while for you to find that. The thing is, that's the problem with this whole industry, isn't it? Whether you're a solo shooter or you've got a big production company, most of it is solving problems. That's literally what our job is. It's working out how to do something.
Yeah, but when you get there, it's such a sense of achievement. Yeah. And I was thinking about that in bed. I was just like, why isn't it working? What can I try next? What can I do to make it work? Because I know it should work, but it doesn't. Yeah.
You didn't mention there was a splitter involved. HDMI splitters are notorious for being buggy. You see, if you'd have told, if you'd have given James all the information, he might have been able to help you quicker.
Sorry, James. Your suggestion was very good, and it actually did help me get to the end because I couldn't find a 3-meter long optical cable. So I was like, then there must be something else.
Got to be
Must
something
be
else.
another problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was good. I enjoyed that stream. That was
I
good.
enjoyed
What are we
that.
going to talk about next week, mate?
No idea.
Your colour's gone funny.
Yeah. Oh, my batteries have died with me. Yeah. We will be back Wednesday next week. Are we? We will? Yeah.
I think
we
so.
will.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday, we will
Probably
be back.
not.
Apologies for those of you who missed us last week. I'm sure there were many of you who probably shed a tear. But we will be back. And but yeah, apparently we might not be here in December, so we'll see.
Yeah, we probably will, but there's a chance we won't.
Thanks very much for watching, guys.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Good. Just like to say that again. See ya.
Yeah. Bye.